Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My research is entitled Developing a Destination Management Plan, Algeria Case Study. The well-known futurist John Naisbitt, writer of many books, stated that there are three paradigm service industries that will drive the service-led economies of the 21st century: telecommunications, information technology, and tourism. This reference to tourism as a key driving force appears to be justified when considering the following tourism statistics provided by the World Travel and Tourism Council. The total contribution of tourism to GDP was estimated to more than $9,000 billion in 2019, which represents 10.3% of total GDP. In terms of employment, the tourism industry generated 330 million jobs in 2019, which represents 1 job in 10. On the other hand, the number of international tourist arrivals worldwide reached 1.5 billion in 2019, while forecasting it to reach 1.8 billion tourists by 2030. The travel and tourism industry is therefore considered one of the most important industries in the world, being a driver of social and economic development and a dynamic engine of employment. In this context, Algeria has all the assets to allow tourism to flourish. However, it still attracts a small share of tourists. This may be because tourism was considered as an unwanted foreign influence and an unnecessary industry for economic development, making tourism in Algeria primarily an internal activity. On the other hand, Algeria suffers from not having an adequate strategic vision, so to increase the competitiveness of the Algerian destination, it seems to be crucial to develop appropriate policies and strategies by implementing an effective destination management plan. Thus, the question can be expressed as, what is the proposed destination management plan to enhance the competitiveness of the Algerian destination and give it back the status it deserves? The aim of this research is to analyze the contribution of tourism industry to the Algerian economy and to elaborate and design an integrated destination management plan that can be used by public authorities and Algerian destination managers in order to enhance its attractiveness and competitiveness. For this aim, qualitative method has been used, relying on the case study approach. So first of all, let's begin with the contribution of tourism to the Algerian economy. According to statistics from the World Travel and Tourism Council, the total contribution of tourism to GDP was about 1,400 billion Algerian dinars in 2019. We can notice that the expected growth rate between 2018 and 2028 is low compared to the growth rate expected at the global level. In terms of employment, the Algerian tourism industry generated more than 64,000 jobs in 2019. In terms of visitor exports, Algeria generated 24 billion Algerian dirhams in 2019, and international tourist arrivals are forecast to total 4.15 million tourists by 2028. In terms of capital investment, tourism is expected to have attracted capital investment of 206 billion Algerian dinars in 2019. Algeria increased its investments in the tourist industry by a factor of 10 between 2005 and 2010, mainly thanks to its transportation policy, but the share of tourism investment has steadily declined since 2005. Based on these results and the literature review, we propose this destination management plan for the Algerian destination. This plan is composed of 8 elements as shown below. The first component is destination marketing management. We recommend to the Algerian destination managers a set of strategies and innovative marketing tools aiming at reinforcing the attractiveness of the Algerian destination. The first recommendation is to develop and build an integrated brand for the Algerian destination. In this case, we propose to position the Algerian destination by combining the elements of heritage, distinctive natural resources and hospitality with modernity. We propose also to develop territorial branding for each region or city, for example, heritage in Jamila and Tingad. Improve Algeria's image by launching promotional campaigns. Develop competitive pricing policies tailored to different target market segments. The use of discovery trips and the investments in new technologies such as e-promotion and e-commerce. rely on the content creation strategy by developing and publishing content on the Algerian destination, and we suggest creating an official interactive website that can be called Visit Algeria. Establishing partnerships with global websites such as Google, TripAdvisor and Beautiful Destinations, and organizing food trips and making partnerships with opinion leaders and influencers. Developing promotional campaigns in the media. Attracting international film directors and participation in specialized trade fairs. The second component is demand management and target marketing. We recommend strengthening the domestic tourism by using dual pricing for tourist sites and by launching programs to encourage local communities to specialize in producing traditional products and introducing promotional offers on internal transport. On the other hand, results show that the main markets for foreign tourists visiting Algeria are Tunisia, France, and Morocco. China ranked first in terms of source of tourists in 2019, and that the most important source markets for tourists in 2019 are mainland China, the USA, Germany, UK, France, Japan, Canada, the Russian Federation, and finally Taiwan. So, based on the data collected, we suggest adopting a diversification strategy by targeting Algerians living abroad and by targeting foreign markets. The proposed priority markets to be targeted are the European Union, like France, Germany, and Spain, the United Kingdom, some North American countries like USA and Canada, some Asia-Pacific countries like China, Japan, and the Republic of Korea, and some Maghreb countries like Tunisia and Morocco. The third component is managing resources and capabilities. The Algerian destination manager should carry out a diagnostic by identifying and listing the most important attractions and then assessing its potential. The fourth component is ensuring a healthy investment climate. For that, we suggest conducting and expanding bilateral and multilateral agreements, providing incentives to tourism industry players, and removing bureaucratic barriers. The fifth component is information management and market research. Algerian destination managers should acquire statistics on visitor and tourist behavior, conduct market studies on tourist satisfaction, and acquire information on the economic, social, and environmental impact of tourism development. The sixth component is human resource development. We propose to carry out a diagnostic of current skills, then provide specialized studies in the fields of tourism, provide training courses by developing an interactive electronic platforms, and develop partnerships between the education and business sectors. The seventh component is crisis management. We propose developing a problem-solving action plan, and because effective crisis management aims to anticipate future crises and develop and implement preventive measures and prepare an action plan that includes a list of steps to be undertaken in case of The eighth component is monitoring and evaluation. We recommend to Algerian destination managers to evaluate the effectiveness of major policies and strategies implemented to enhance destination competitiveness, and to measure and monitor the following indicators: total contribution to GDP, tourism employment, tourism performance, and visitor exports. Thank you for your attention.